Welcome back to math. Today we're doing Module 4, Lesson 12. We're going to solve and create fraction word problems involving addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Let's start with our first problem here. As you can tell, it says a baseball team played 32 games. So what do you think should be in this first box? Right, 32. Now it says they lost 8. Okay, so they lost 8. Katie was the catcher in 5/8 of the winning games and a fourth of the losing games. Hold on. Where did we see losing games before? They lost 8. So 8 is the same as 1/4, isn't it? Okay, so they won this many and they lost this many. So what goes in our loss? An 8, because it says they lost 8 games and 1/4 of the games they lost. So what are we going to cut this whole thing into is 4, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So what goes in the rest of these? That's right, they're 8s. So the question becomes, she was the catcher in 5/8 of the winning games. Which one of the winning games? Okay, so these are the winning games. How much are all of these equal to? Eight times 3 is 24. So when we look back at our problem, it said, what fraction of the games did the team win? What fraction of the games did the team win? Well, they won how many? 3/4 of the games, right? So up here, our answer is 3/4. Now, how many games did Katie play catcher? This is where we have to do like a second problem. Katie was the catcher in 5/8 of the winning games. So the winning games right here, we have to cut that up into 8. Question, what goes in each one of these boxes? Well, we have 8 of them, so we can ask 8 times what is 24? 8 times what? You said 3? Nice job. So 3 goes in each box. She was in 5/8 of them, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's go back to our question. In how many games did Kathy play catcher? She played in 3, 6, 9, 12, plus 3, 15. Katie plays in 15 games, right, as we see here. So I'm just going to put 15 games. But she also played in 1/4 of the losing games. Here's our losing number. So we have an 8, and it says she lost in 1/4 of them. What's 1/4? What are we going to do with that? We're going to cut it up into fourths. What number goes 4 times what? 4 times what equals 8? 2. Good job. 2, 4, 6, 8. And she wins. Katie plays in these 2 games here because she plays in 1/4 of the losing games. So we have to add 2 games. So 15 plus 2 is 17. So Katie actually plays in 17 games. Okay, in Mrs. Elliott's garden, 1/8 of the flowers are red, 1/4 of them are purple, 1/5 of the remaining flowers are pink. If there's 128 flowers, how many flowers are pink? So what do we put up in here? You're right, they're going to put 128. Okay, so it says 1/8 of the flowers are red. So what's 1/8 of 128? Okay, so how would we do this? We could easily say 8 times what is 128? That might be a little big and hard for us, right? So what if we put our 128 in here, put our 8 inside? How many 8s are in 1? 0. How many 8s are in 12? 1. Leaves us with 4, right? Now we have 48. How many 8s are in 48? How many 8s are in 48? I hope you're saying 6. So, we have 6 in this box. Is that correct? Oh. All right, I hope you're saying 6. 6 will go here. So how many flowers are in the box here? 16. Okay, let's go for the purple. It said 1/4 of them are purple. So we're going to ask, what's 1/4 of 128? How could we do that? Question, if an eighth is 16, what's 1/4 going to be? Is 1/4 bigger or smaller? You're right, it's bigger. So how much bigger is 1/4 than an 1/8? It's twice as big, isn't it? So what's our purple number going to be? 32, right? So let's plug it in and see if it actually works. Do you want to? So 32 times 4. This would be 8. This would be 12. Hey, our 128 and 128 work, right? So 32 does work there, doesn't it? Did we have to do this math in order to figure this out? No, why? Because 1/4 is twice as big as an 1/8. Now, we're not going to be able to do that with a 5th, though, are we? No, it's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. What's 1/5 of the remaining flowers? 1/5 of the remaining flowers are pink. So 128, and we're going to have to take some numbers away from this, right? So 16 plus 32 would be, it'd be 48, right? So if we took out 28, and we'd have to take another 20, right? So that's going to leave us with, isn't it going to be 80? So we know the rest of this is going to be, and they're saying 1/5 of them. So we have to cut this up into what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. What's our number? 5 times what is going to equal 80? Let's just do it this way. How many 5s are in 8? 1. Leaves us with 30, right? I'm sorry, leaves us with 3. Drop the 0, leaves us with 30. 5 times what is 30? 6. What is each of these boxes? Each of these boxes are 16s, but we only need to know the pink ones. How much is the pink? The pink are 16. Okay, well, we have another problem. It says create and solve a story problem about, I changed this to Justin's juice and 36 cups of ingredients. Okay, we're going to put it in a tape diagram. Okay, so I'm going to make my top tape diagram, what goes on the inside, 36 cups, right? I'm going to have them make 3 containers. That's better. I'm going to have them make 3 containers of juice. Now he's going to have 2/3 of the juice is Justin's normal juice, but 1/3 of the juice he's going to cut in half. How many cups do we have in all three of these? Well, 36. What 3 times what is 36? That's right, 12. Good job. There's 12 cups, 12 cups. So he's going to use 24 cups. You use 24 cups for 3/4 of his total 36 cups for regular Justin's juice. Now, if Justin uses half of this one with blood oranges, okay, so how much of his regular juice does he have to have in this one? Well, he's going to have 6. And how many cups of blood oranges is he going to have to put? Blood orange juice. He's going to have to put 6. So we could say, we can make up a story about Justin's juice has 36 cups total. He's going to make 2/3 of his juice is going to be made with regular Justin's juice. Okay, and so he used 12 cups for his regular juice and another 12 cups. He's going to have 24 cups of his regular juice. And he's going to take 1/3 of what he normally makes, and he's going to use half of the 1/3 is going to be made with blood orange juice. How much blood orange juice is he going to need? We could say he needs 6 cups of blood orange juice to make a half of his 1/3 that's left. All right, we have another problem. It says, of the students in Mr. Smith's 5th grade class, 1/3 were absent on Monday. Of the students in Mrs. Jacobs' class, 2/5 were absent on Monday. If there were 4 students absent in each class on Monday, how many students are in each class? That's our Monday, that's our Monday. It said 1/3 of the class was absent in Mr. Smith's. What are we going to break this up into? We're going to break it up into 3, right? Okay, so I broke my Monday into thirds, and it says one of them has 4 students in it, right? This is the ones that were absent. I wonder, how many students are in Mr. Smith's class? What do? We fill this in with the 4s, right? 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Mr. Smith has 12 students in his class. How about Mrs. Jacobs? Well, it says 2/5, right? So we're going to cut it into 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says 2/5. 2/5. So that means 2 of these are equal to what? 4. So what number goes in each one of these? That means 2, right? So we just fill this in. We could actually count by 2, can't we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many students does she have in class? 10. How many students does Mr. Smith have in his class? 12. And 2/5 were absent, which would be here. And it said 1/3 was absent, which would be this one right here. There were 8 kids present. There were 6 kids present. Pretty easy, so we can answer a whole bunch of questions once we've done this. All right, well, I love math.